Yeah. All I need is my team. Couple bitches in
Okay.
Yeah. It's your boy Gully.
It's your girl, Rocky Sweets.
You now tuned into Room 1231 Dopest Podcast brought to you by LSO ENT. Today is a special topic that I wanted to talk about for a minute, and I'm going to talk about social media and online dating. So, me personally, I've been on online dating for a couple of years. My man put me on. He told me about Tinder, and he said some nice things about it. He said he was, you know what I'm saying?
What he said about it?
He said he was meeting up with them, he was catching
With
bodies.
the halls.
He was catching bodies. He was
Sheesh.
on Tinder. That's what he was
Tinder,
telling
they
me.
be throwing it.
I initially,
You was catching it.
we could go into detail of my life, but
This ain't about me.
this ain't about me at all. But I tell you one thing. I did go on Tinder when I was bored. And for me, honestly, every time I got on a dating app was because I was bored. So just to talk about the social media and how it impacts dating and dating apps and et cetera, et cetera. Again, I started off at Tinder. My man put me on. And it was cool. I met some cool people, great people. My only issue is there's a variety of type of people you're going to meet like you meet in the real world. You got the crazies. You got the delusional. You got the desperate. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the super freaks. You feel me?
He had to put them in a category of their own. And then you got the super freaks.
You got motherfuckers running around talking about they looking for love, but they looking for lust. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so how do you feel about online dating? You ever try it?
I tried it. I literally tried it for the first time a few months ago when I moved here. And it was, I think, Facebook. Yeah, it was Facebook dating. And I tried it because I thought that I wasn't going to be able to get out and meet people in this new city that's so big. So I was like, dang, this probably would be a good way to meet people. And it just kept popping up. And I mean, I don't know. It's just hard for me to try to connect with someone based off their picture and their bio.
Okay.
Like, just social media, period. Like, I can't do it. Like, the whole facade of it all feels fake to me. So I'm like, I don't know. But they are fine on there. Them niggas is fine.
Okay, so you did like what you saw, but you didn't like the experience, the interaction? You ain't meet nobody cool really like that?
Not really. I feel like, I mean, yes and no.
Okay.
Like, not somebody that I probably would see myself with for the rest of my life.
Okay.
But I think there was cool people on there that, like, I don't know, that I probably wouldn't ever meet up with.
Okay.
No.
So you talked to him, but you never, it never went nowhere.
Like, I tried.
Okay.
And I feel bad because I'm a bad texter. I'm horrible with, like, trying to communicate with a stranger. And, like, just texting you all the time and not doing nothing.
No FaceTime?
Maybe a FaceTime here and there, but it's just weird to me. Like, you trying to put your best foot forward with all these people. It's like you're trying to date all these people. Like, all you doing is just swiping. Oh, this nigga fine. Swipe. And you just swiping, and then you got 30, 40 different niggas in your DMs talking about some, hey, what's up, sweetie? Like, you got to say, how you doing? Like, it's sick a little bit. I don't like that many people in regular life. So to even have people in my DM like that, like 30, 40, 50, I mean, just tons of them, all from a swipe, I don't like that. Like, I wouldn't want every nigga looking at me when I go into any place, or everybody walking up to me like, yeah, what's up, beautiful, how you doing? Like, real world or not, I don't like it.
Yo, you brought up an interesting point because I never thought about it. I felt like it was taxing for me when I was on it at times because it's almost like online dating can be like going into the candy store. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got this. I got this. But then after a while for me, it was so draining. You feel me? Like,
I bet it was.
Just no, not like that. It wasn't like that. That's never been.
I was drained.
No, I wasn't drained in that manner, but I'm saying like going on there and entertaining like mad different people changes your perspective on people. It makes people more objective. You're more of like an object opposed to a human being.
Yep.
You You know what I'm saying? So you start looking at people and you be like, oh, she looks good and she might be your type, but then you see another one, you're like, God damn, there's like just another one right here. God damn, look at
the
that
chest.
ass.
There's some clothes on this one.
hey, 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 hey. You feel me?
Buku haze.
Yeah, exactly. Like, how you been? And then after a while, like, you like, God damn. And
Yeah.
everybody wants your attention if they're interested in you.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And you start, like, you know, making people, like, disposable, you know, really
Yeah.
disposable. And I think that's just a human nature that we do that in general. But it becomes super disposable because you feel like you have access to abundance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And each dating site has its own flavor. So there's Tinder, there's BLK. You know, they own personality. I didn't mean flavors like that.
Yo, you're a wild boy.
No, I'm just
you're
saying.
a wild boy.
No, I don't mean it like that. I mean, you got
you got the yeah.
it's like you got Tinder, you got BLK, and BLK. I will say this is no promo for y'all, but I think BLK is too gay for me. And there's nothing wrong with people being gay, but you got transgenders on there, of course, and at least they say they're transgender, which is fine. And then you got men that they put themselves that as females, and they niggas be having dreads. And
That's
beards.
really unfair because it's like we're all able to be who we are, but like you can't do that because that's messed up for a man who's straight, who's looking for a woman. Okay, we're talking about women. A man should not be on there. I'm swiping and a nigga up there looking for friends.
But no, I agree with you. Like, what would make a man want to sit there and put himself as a female? And this is what I think. Because he want to get him a nigga. And he know if he put himself as a man that's not looking for a man ain't going to be
So
getting
he
match
want to
with men.
download. They looking for download
Exactly,
men.
exactly.
Ooh, that's mixy BLK. Now that's mixy.
BLK, you got to do better.
Ooh.
You got to do better. And I'm just saying, if you want to be a gay man and you looking for some man love and you want to get your Bucci wet and whatever you're trying to do, that's your business. But come on and go to the people that's looking for men. Don't go to the men that's looking for women. The next thing you know, I done swiped over and this nigga in his boy shorts or something, some briefs and some shit like that. Come on now.
You sound traumatized.
I'm just saying, like, we gotta do better, BLK. So you got Tinder, BLK, you got Bumble. I don't really like Bumble. You ever been on Bumble?
I've only been on the one
Okay.
a few months ago.
Bumble's too bougie for me. They want you to spend on shit. We not spending on
Bumble,
nothing.
my gay friends, Bumble is hooking up.
Is
like
it?
niggas is hooking up. My gay friends in New Orleans, like there's one where they'll tell you the people in your vicinity, like just to hook up. Like they'll tell you exactly where, like, oh, this person's around you or something. Like they're a few miles away from you, just so y'all can meet and you know what you're doing.
Well, they all tell you how far they are.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Besides Facebook dating, they don't really tell you
Oh
that.
yeah, they don't tell you that.
But
on
yeah,
there.
Tinder be like 2 miles away.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
crazy
Now,
work. Like, yo,
that's
shorty.
great work. That's great work.
If that's what you're looking for, and I think it's filled with
True.
people just want to fuck though,
True.
and then women trying to trick off a little bit. Like I don't like that. There was this one seeking arrangement. Like I have my cousin. She stays on the. Shout out to you. I ain't gonna say no names, but she stays on the dating apps.
Yeah.
I have a couple of friends who be on them. It ain't what it's cracked up to be. Like they really on there to go fuck. Like nobody's on there to find love for real. And in some cases they do. Like I also have people that, you know, slid in a DM or, you know, and they've together forever. And I love that, but that's not everybody's case. That's just not the culture of social media at all.
I agree. And speaking of seeking arrangements, that's the app where you get the sugar mommy and sugar daddy, right?
Yeah, that's that
Yeah.
app.
I'm on that bitch, man. A nigga needs some sugar. You feel me?
Yo, you gonna be having to give up some sugar now. You're the sugar. You talking about you need sugar? You was trying to look for a sugar baby?
No. I'm
you
looking
was gonna be the sugar.
Yeah. Oh, so I'm the sugar. That's
you
how
the
that
sugar.
work?
Yeah, you the sugar.
Oh yeah, that's come give me some sugar, baby.
Mhm,
Okay, yeah.
You're the sugar.
Hey man, I need some coins. You know what I'm saying? Help a nigga out.
He was trying to knock the Mario coins out of Bertha.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
If Bertha gonna pay all of this and help a nigga get out of the hole, come on, Bertha, show a nigga a little love. I had no luck on that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I didn't know you was selling dick.
I'm just joking.
I didn't know you was out here selling dick.
I'm just joking.
Hey.
I'm not selling. I'm not slinging the wood. But
Yeah.
I promise you I'm not. But I definitely went on there because my coworker / friend was telling me about, like, yeah, seeking arrangement. Like, you can go in there and people will pay. Like, I think she told me she got people to pay just like conversing with them. But men are more likely to do shit like that over the women. So I thought that maybe I can have a conversation. I remember I seen a woman online who was getting paid to go on dates. Like, wealthy men would pay her to go on dates.
I would do that.
Yeah.
I would do that.
And not want nothing. Like, you're just their date for their event.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what
an
I'm saying?
escort. That's technically, like, real escorts escort you and accompany you to places. They get the bad rep from the bitches who go home with them and sleep with them afterwards. But a real escort, there's male escorts. They take you to your, you don't have a date for something. So they pay you to go on these extravagant dates and things to look good. And I think that's a good hustle right there.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you want me to come and pull up and go to your wedding, as long as it's not just whites only or something like that, and I'm the only nigga there, no.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? We can make it happen. I'm for sale. I'm in debt. I need help.
And see, that's the things that you don't learn from social media and online dating. Like, you don't learn these things at all unless you, like, I feel, you get to see somebody in person and they feel comfortable and be vulnerable with you and to tell you those things. But it vice versa too, because like we were talking about how easy it is for some people to just like tell their whole life story to a stranger that they, haven't met. So it's 50-50, I think. Like, some people need that closeness and realness and touch. And then some people are a little awkward in a way where that is their better way of communicating. And it's seeming like the further we go along in time, it's like more people are just who they are on social media, like their self, that social media persona. And they're like trash in person. Like, you don't really have a good personality. It's just your aesthetic. It's just like this prop, what you want people to see. And that's exactly what social media and online dating is. It's like, you're only giving people what you want them to see.
And that kind of rubs me the wrong way as well, to be honest with you. I've seen several people on social media who only want to show this, like, facade. I know this female, and I'm not going to mention her name. I don't even know her name. I think I know her name. I'm not sure, but she be on the internet doing that all the time, showing videos of her with X, Y, and Z, you know what I mean? People that they feel are important in this world and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's so corny. For me, social media really showed me how lame fucking people are. I swear to goodness. When I go look at your story and I see how corny you fucking are, I'm like, you are goofy. And I'm sure someone feels the same way about me. But I'm like, God damn, you are a fucking lame. I could never talk to you. You know what I mean? But, going back to just the dating aspect of it, and I've come across so many different people. As I mentioned, you got the crazy ones. And a lot of times when I meet these women that I've met on social media, very seldomly are some of them cool. Because this is to put it out there, the way I approach dating is, if I find you attractive, I find you attractive. But I'm going to get to know you. You know what I mean? And that's not an overnight process. Okay, we might kick it and we have great times here and there. Like, we might kick it the first date. Amazing. That does not mean I can see myself with you just because I had one good day with you. You understand what I'm saying? Or I had one good night with you. You know what I'm saying? Just to playing devil advocate, because I said day, I figure I'll go the opposite way. But, like, that doesn't mean that I'm the type of person that's going to listen to you and start making notes of, not physical notes, but mental notes. Okay, this person is a liar. This person seems a little bit sneaky. This person seems a little bit too promiscuous for me. You feel me? And there's nothing distant. That's not a knock to anybody and anybody's lifestyle. I just make mental notes because there's certain things I know that I'm not going to want to deal with or I can't tolerate. You feel me? And I think when I come across people on social media that's trying to date on these dating apps, they tend to want to rush the process. They
Yeah,
kick it
'cause
with
we
you one time.
delusional.
Yeah.
We're delusional. I think I don't like to like on your point. I think it's me, whereas like I think that I present myself as a cool, calm, collective person, but I am a little quirky, weird black girl a little bit. Like, I don't know if people get that. Like, I don't know if people understand me from social media. So I would never like set out to date someone who just sees my social media because I'm like, damn, you don't really know me. Like, you really don't know me at all. And I hate that you just see these pictures and think that we just could have something real or this could be a relationship. And I think I do have like that delusional tendency. Like if I like somebody and I really like them, I'm probably telling my sister like, "Man, hey, I kind of like this guy. I like him, you know." And maybe a day or two later, I'm like, I lied, you know.
Yeah.
But still, I always love the idea as like a person being my person until they not, unfortunately.
Well, that makes sense, but what I mean is hanging with somebody one time and then wanting to marry that person is a little bit extreme. You know what I mean? And I mean, you're a female. Maybe you think like that. I don't know.
No, it's just funny because I recently had somebody tell me that they could see themselves marrying me, and I was like, oh.
Well, that's different, I think. It just depends on how I said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean is, if the person means it in the context of you have all the tendencies of being a wife, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But if the person mean is saying it like if they just met you and they like, man, I can just marry you. If they really mean that, then they might be psychotic.
Really? I don't know. Like, I feel like there is such thing as like love at first sight. Like people hang out and they like, damn, I really fuck with this person. Even though you really got to get to know a person to know them for real. But there's been people that I've met in my life where maybe not romantically, but I'm like, damn, this person gonna be in my life forever. Like I'm happy that I met this person. Like I know for a fact that this person is gonna be in my life forever. And I'm gonna do everything I can to keep them there. Like I'm gonna do the work to keep them in my life. And I think if you make that commitment to someone and you never know what process or how people live their lives in whatever way. But I think if you like, I'm gonna marry this motherfucker. And people do it on social media too. Like, will you marry me? And they be ended up married. Like, I think that is possible, but that's not everyone's case.
I agree. And
2 hours later.
divorce. Divorce rates just do the roof. Thank you, social media.
Yeah. I think that has a lot to do with their sex being so accessible and it not being sacred anymore. Like, you can literally go and see and watch your ideal woman or man do whatever you want to see them do for like 20 cents,
Twitter.
Or Twitter go crazy. I don't know anything about it, but I heard that Twitter go crazy.
Twitter go crazy.
I heard them videos is crazy on there. Follow me on Twitter. I don't even want to say my Twitter because I don't want people to follow me on Twitter.
Oh.
I actually don't want people to follow me on Twitter. I barely be wanting people to follow me on TikTok. Like, I'm weird like that. Like, I like social media, but then I don't. I feel like it's just me using social media, and I forget about all the eyes on me.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. I think that for a good bit of people, they live in the world of social media. And then you have individuals that are utilizing social media to achieve a goal or push a message. And whatever way you want to do it in the form of entertainment or you want to do it in the form of the business is your preference. I do think there's pros and cons to both sides. And in terms of dating and stuff like that, I do believe it's true that it makes people feel like there's more access because to a degree there is.
It is.
But there's also that negative aspect of I have an abundance when actuality you probably don't.
Yeah, it's like seeing all the stuff that people have in relationships that people have, and comparison is one of the most deadliest things. Like trying to compare yourself to someone else, a life that you've never lived, shoes that you have never put your foot in. And it's like, damn, that type of mindset where you're like, you're not motivated, but you're like jealous. Like that is sick too. You know what I'm saying?
People be looking at love on social media like Papoose and Remy Ma, which we see didn't last. Huh?
I kind of knew that wasn't gonna last.
Nah. Soon as she leveled up, she played that nigga. Like, cause I ain't gonna lie.
That's cold blooded, dog.
Not to knock the man, but the man is kind of stuck in 1990s, early 20s. You know what I'm saying? So that you know what I'm saying. We don't want to hear that alphabet rap shit no more.
That's true. Like if a person can't level up with you, if you can't like step up your swag with me, like, I gotta leave behind a little bit.
Cause that's not Remy Ma from Lean Back no more. You know what I'm saying?
She did some work, but that's messed up though because he was with her. And maybe that's me trauma bonding or something. But if I'm holding you down for that many years in jail,
it is fucked up.
That's messed up.
And it looked like she left him for a lame ass nigga. That's
Another
crazy.
One. Another nigga who's stuck in the 80s. Like Papoose stuck in the 90s. That nigga she with now is stuck in the 80s. But it's social media too. Like we don't know what really.
No, we don't. Because going back to how people look at relationships, they look at Beyonce and Jay-Z. Oh, blah, blah, blah. They look at Sierra and Russell Simmons. Oh,
now that one, I don't play about that one. Like it is social media, but it's just something different about their relationship that seems very genuine, even though Russell Wilson himself is kind of an asshole. I've met him and he shut down a restaurant and like he was kind of an asshole a little bit, but they had just won a game. So it was like, okay, cool, I get it. So his facade kind of, might be iffy online, but I don't know. I like what they got going on. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with liking it. We just don't really know what they got going on.
But we do know Solange was beating Jay-Z ass in that elevator.
We do know that. We do know that. I'm just saying, like, it fucks up our perception of what reality and what is not reality. You know what I'm saying? Because you're looking at these people and you're making these assumptions, and I would say mainly females. I don't think men get too caught up in that. Like, there might be some
think
men.
they do.
You think so?
Oh,
What?
yeah. Like, the whole BBL culture and seeing like your favorite hood rapper with a bad bitch, a Puerto Rican bitch or whatever it is, like the social media is so influential. It's sick. Like it is insane. Like it controls the way people dress. It controls the music people are listening to. Like you don't even like a song and you scrolling and that bitch just keep playing. And you're like, damn, now it's stuck in my head. Like now. Social media is just so influential, and then like it's not just women anymore putting these thirst traps. Like men are up here like half naked, like giving you the bedroom eyes. I'm like, oh, I'm pregnant.
Hey,
Do social, like,
you gotta do what you gotta do out here. Hey.
I gotta go look into yours. I bet you doing some Diddy just got caught with 100 bottles of baby oil in his house.
And 1,000 dildos. Crazy. That man, a wild boy,
like,
man.
You couldn't just stop at 999. You had to have that 1,000th dildo.
That nigga was...
nigga who counted the dildos is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Who counted the fucking baby oil crazy? I'm like, all right, this nigga had too much baby. But they do got to make inventory when they do these type of things. You know what I mean? But brought up an interesting point because I was thinking more so when it comes to social media, how it impacts relationships and online dating. We given this idea of people having this happily, lovely fantasy relationship that's, we know it's not completely true because all relationships are ups and downs, right? So people get this perceptive, and I was thinking more of females, but then you did bring up a important thing. You said men too. You feel that they start to view women in that manner, like if you don't look like this, you're not a real sexy woman.
I think I don't know, because the more and more we get out of the social media realm, I do think a lot of more men are gravitating to natural women. Like, they like natural women, but it being on social media, like the most impressioned people right now, they would say that they would want them a baddie, like and I think that is was hurting it because it's causing women themselves to go and get these surgeries, and then men seeking out the women with these surgeries. And then it's like, damn, that's kind of like, it's all because of social media. Before social media, bitches was getting their titties done, yes. Like, you was very sporadically. You'll have like a girl that's like, oh, damn, you got your titties done? Like, oh, shit. They look natural. You ain't even know. Maybe you got a little nose job here and there. There was some rhinoplasties going around, but they slicing and dicing. Okay, and I think it'll have a lot to do with social media because of what we're seeing around us. If we didn't see that all the time, how would we know? How would we know we wanted that?
I agree. And I'm going to say this. No disrespect, but a lot of these women that's getting that plastic surgery, y'all look like Frankenstein with them clothes off. It's stitches here. Motherfucker.
Somebody said it stank.
Oh, I don't know about that, but I know a lot of women be looking like, Frankenstein. I wouldn't be surprised if it stink, because if you was a dusty bitch before you got the surgery, you a dusty bitch now.
Somebody was like, she didn't have all that ass, so when she got all that ass, she didn't know how to properly clean.
Yeah, I saw that. And I don't know nothing about that. I don't know.
You done hit some BBL ass before. Come on now.
Once.
I don't know nothing about that.
No, I'm talking about the stink. I don't know nothing about that ass stinking. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Some of them, they've been dusty. You feel me? So it is what it is. But in terms of the social media and how it impacts people, not only just the BBL and how we look at people and we look at them like objects opposed to actual people, I think it kind of fucked up the expectations. When you mentioned like Pat Poose and Remy, and then I think Russell Wilson and how people look at them, I think it fucked up the expectations. Like, I feel some people feel like you just got to accept whatever they throw at you these days. Do you feel like that?
Yeah and no. Like, you're right, though. Like, the expectations are crazy because people comparing themselves to people that they have no idea what the fuck go on in their household. So people saying, like, oh, I want a Russell Wilson, or I want this, and you're, like, building these people. But you're not that person. Like, you're not a God-fearing woman like Sierra or whatever. Like, you're not putting in the work or putting in the time. You just want what you see. And I think that is the dangerous part, because you expect you're watching social media and everybody is talking about the sex wars, like, between man and woman, and so you're like dictating your life like that, like, oh, my nigga gotta go half and half, like, we gotta go 50-50. Like, that's some social media shit. Like, everybody know that you do what's best for your household. Ain't nobody going 50-50 with you, and you get $7.25. You getting $7.25 an hour to work, $50 a day. That's crazy work. Like,
it is crazy.
You going, it whatever works for y'all is what works for y'all, and I think that is the thing, is social media is poisoning people.
I agree. It's crazy because we sound like the same people when you said that, because I feel the same way. I always say whatever works for you, and stop letting social media dictate how you perceive people and what you want. Because again, if you're a person that don't have it all together, you shouldn't be looking for someone to bring all this shit to you, and you're not of that value. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mom always said, and I probably said this before, date people on your level. You can date someone slightly above, slightly below, or you might hit the jackpot and get someone way above your level. But the chances of that is slim to none, So
I'm above everybody's level, so it's like, look, these niggas be lucky. I'm just saying.
Hey, everybody feels like that though.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Man, listen, at one point in time, it's sad because we have a social hierarchy, right? Based on like multiple different things, but on a basic level, it's usually on looks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You don't think so on a basic level?
I don't know.
I do believe so. I feel like if you don't got no money, people are going to judge you off how you look first.
But whether if you have money or you don't, yeah, they judge you off your looks like first. But when I say people are lucky, it's not necessarily because of like looks. It's because I'm going to leave you better than I found you. Like you're going to learn something.
Look, I'm not dispelling anything you say about yourself.
Better not.
What I'm saying is, the average person these days feel like they're special because we are special, right?
We are.
However, everybody has this mentality these days of you're lucky if you get me. You know what I mean? And some of those people are a gift and some of those people are a curse. You know what I'm saying? But everybody has that mentality. That's why
Not everybody. Some people know they ain't shit.
But they still move as if they are shit though.
I don't know. That's a case by case.
It be some people that ain't shit, men and women that beating on people, and they still go out there and tell chick, you better be lucky that you found me.
And that's why social media is the way it is. Like, people behind closed doors don't know what's actually happening. That's why I said earlier, like, if you fuck with me off of my social media alone, I can't really fuck with you. I can't rock with you because you really don't know me. And that's the same for every profile on these. I don't care if somebody coming on online and telling you all their business every weekend. You still don't know what's going on for real. Like, your life is yours. All that social media shit, looking at social media to find, like, what you want in life. Like, oh, I want this because this person wear this. So I want this because that's just what it is. That's how people acting these days.
Yeah. Don't let it dictate you. You should go in there, like you said earlier. And if it's a source of entertainment, then let it be a source of entertainment. If it's a source of finance, let it be a source of finance. But don't dig too deep in it too much. And as far as dating apps are concerned, I mean, go in with caution. Just know that there's going to be more trash than there's going to be gold in that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
But y'all niggas don't care because y'all going in there to clap cheeks.
Well,
so it's so easy to just be like, you don't, that's the thing. You don't owe these people anything on there. So it's so impersonal. I don't owe you a text back. I don't owe you anything. Like, you could be crazy, typing stupid, crazy shit, and I don't have to, like, oh, okay. Whereas somebody I meet in person, I'm like, dang, I want to know, like, why your thought process is like that. Like, why do you think this way or whatever? Like, a crazy nigga online, block, like, okay, you're never going to be seen again. And then the intention being having sex and hooking up, it's like, you could just swipe past that shit.
Well, that's why I said, like, just know there's more trash than gold.
Yeah.
There's more people that's not really chasing love as the site's is designed to be. There's more people that are on some trash type vibes. You feel me?
Yeah.
Now, if you're looking to hook up and both of you looking to hook up or having like orgies or whatever these people are in there, because there's a lot of people on some swinger shit on that bitch. Not me. Definitely
He was trying
not
to
me.
get that sugar up, boy.
Hey, listen. I'm for sale right now.
I need a little sugar.
A little sugar.
in my bowl.
But not the Diddy sugar. But anyhow, so, if you go on those websites, just know that the chances of you finding true love, in my opinion, and it seems like yours, are slim to none. However, there's still a possibility. The same way there's a possibility of hitting the lotto, going to the NBA, going to the NFL, being an actor, whatever, blowing up on social media. There's still a possibility. So I'm not saying all hope has failed, but you got to go and be realistic, because there's people on there with like 3, 4, 5, 6 kids, men and women. That is a ticket to poverty, one-way ticket to poverty.
No, that's not always true.
Not always true, but a good bit of the times it's true, because a good bit of the times the people, listen, it's people that got one child that can barely survive. Yeah. You throw 2, 3, especially in this economy, you throw 2, 3. That's a one-way ticket to poverty.
I don't know. You never know, though. Some people be having all them kids and do just fine, and like, they literally just looking for love. Like, they got their kids. But I will say that it is hard.
It is hard
to date, with children. I fully think that, honestly, as a single woman who does not have children, and actively, I'm not gonna say I'm actively looking for a partner, but like, I would prefer that someone doesn't have like 3, 4, kids.
Yeah.
I was talking to a guy. He has 3 kids by 3 different women.
How you feel about that?
I don't know how to feel. Like, I felt like he was great and I thought he was amazing. And I'm just like, dang. And he wants more kids. And like, like I felt like we aligned a little bit, but damn, 3 of them.
It's a lot going on.
That's 3 different. And like, I'm not trying to be the 4th.
Yeah.
You know, you obviously don't have a good track record of keeping bitches.
And I would say this, those people deserve love as well, but it goes back to dating on your level. I feel like if you're going to have multiple kids, not saying you can't find a man or a woman that has no children or one child, but just know that the chances of you locking someone in like that is slimmer than none. You're probably going to be more best suited with someone else that got 1 or 2 children that can understand what it is to be the single parent or understand to have a person that have children. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
just be realistic in your approach. Just know that everyone does not have to accept your 3, 4, 5 kids. Everyone does not have to accept that you, got a man toupee on, whatever the fuck that shit's called. Everyone don't have to accept that, you know what I mean, that you're a super freak. Everybody don't have to accept that. Just know that whatever you're looking for is out there.
Yeah, that's why social media, online dating is so popular because it's like there's somebody gonna fuck with you. And I think that's why it's so popular because you walk around your city and you probably ain't shit. Like, people really ain't fucking with you in your own city. Then you make yourself a profile. You got your shit on. You got your bio. You like, yeah, I'm about to kill him with this one. And you got women hitting you up. And you got more women hitting you up than probably in your life. And you could make it off a little conversation. That's stimulating. That could have a nigga head gone. Not just a nigga, but like anybody. Just anything, like a little interaction and a little, togetherness that a nigga feel when he online is so dangerous as well.
Yeah, you can.
But there is a person for everybody, and I think social media and online dating shows for that.
Yeah, and for me, anybody that's interested in going online dating, just quick little, BLK, probably stay away from that. Tinder, you're gonna probably find some decent ones. I will say Facebook dating has the best so far, and I was surprised because I was told about Facebook dating a long time ago, and my friend Matt, he told me that, and I was like, Facebook dating, Then I went on Facebook, I'm like, God damn, they got all the women on
Facebook dating because it's connected to like real, like that it's a person behind this. Like, this is the pictures that everybody's probably seeing on their, social media. Even though you can't take this shit too serious, but like, yeah, the people look decent on there. Like, they look like, even though them bios still crazy. And I have nothing to compare it to other than Hinge, where my friend did the study and downloaded it, but they decent on Facebook. They look decent on there, I ain't gonna lie to you.
You know what just reminded me? You was saying how niggas be on their profile talking about they demanding this and they demanding that. Let's dive into that.
Them niggas. Now, I've never seen a woman's profile on there, so I don't know what they got. But I know that, like, an immediate swipe, is it left? That's the bad one?
Yeah.
Yeah, once you swipe left, if they're like demanding something in their bio, like if they're talking about what they don't like instead of like curating what they enjoy to do, like, you telling me what you don't fuck with doesn't tell me who you are for real.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, oh, I don't eat green beans. Okay, nigga. Like, what do you eat? Like, how am I gonna make you a meal just because I know you don't eat green beans? Like, what the fuck? So, demanding the looks, gotta be this height, gotta be this body like this. I don't like, okay, don't nobody want somebody who doesn't work. Like, you don't have to put that in your bio.
I agree.
It's just so negative. It's like, oh, nigga, swipe. Like, who do you think you are, nigga? Swipe. Like, you don't want nobody to get to know you. You just want to. You seem like a nigga who be talking bad about women. Like, when you do stuff like that to me.
Nah, I feel you. But I'm gonna say, I'm gonna argue this, not just for men, but people do have the right to have their their requirements or what their expectations are, and they're putting it out there. However, it goes back to you got to be realistic. You know what I mean? At the same time, you got to be realistic and understand that some people are going to hit on some of those things and others will not. You just got to take the good with the bad, or take the bad with the good, whatever you prefer. And just know that you might not get what you want if you're too picky. You understand? Because no one's perfect. No one's going to always hit those marks. But I do think it's healthy to put down your expectations in terms of what you're looking for, so people can know either run the fuck away or they can come on and join that. But
I'm immediately running away if you're telling me what you don't like. Like, okay. Like, oh, I don't, if you ever hit a woman, I ain't trying to fuck with you. Like, why would I put that in there? Like, of course, like, duh.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I prefer a loving man, attentive, not if you a hood ass nigga, stay out my. That's how it be give that instead of like what you want. And I just be like, they kicked me off though. I might get back on them because just talking about it, I'm like, but it's just so much. Like, it's so much. And you just like swiping them like they're nothing. Like, oh yeah,
candy store.
I'd rather you hit me up on Instagram. Like, hit me up on something that I probably would see.
That you probably don't check because you say you don't be on your social media?
I don't, but I'll check that before I check a dating app.
Hey, I agree with you on that.
I will say that.
I will say, you know what turns me off? As soon as I see a motherfucker talking about princess treatment only, I'm swiping left. But you talk about, I like a man that you start talking about money and shit. Yeah, I want a guy to spend some money and he ain't the cheap and passport. Swipe left. Get
the word provider be scaring niggas. I don't know why niggas clam up by the word provider, boy. Like, you say that
because you can provide in multiple different ways. But a lot of times when people say provide, they're looking for not a person that's going to take care of the whole family, but they're looking for financial gain. Like, hey, I'm looking for a person just going to pay for everything. I get to work my own job or not work, and I get to save my money, and you spend your money. Take this in. And I think men are starting to look at it like, yo, that sounds like a losing agreement. Like,
I think it's like, I don't know, because saying the word provide and not allowing anybody to elaborate on that, like, some people can genuinely mean someone who knows how to take care of their children, who knows how to like take care of the household. Like, nigga ain't saying provide me a car and a whip and all of these things. I mean, if he could do that, then do it. Yeah. But that's not always the thing. So it's like, as soon as a girl is like provide, and then the guy's like, like, they ain't even trying to figure out what they mean, what they thinking, or what they talking about. So
I think it goes back to what you saying when you said men put on there. If that's making men run away, then maybe women should stop putting that on there.
No, put it on there, because the niggas that's running away is the ones that you don't want. He's not even willing to communicate. He don't even get rid of his ass. He's good.
So that's why we gonna say, if you got 3 or more kids, put that on that profile. Get your ass out here, because the woman that's running around
wanting a fucking provider
and wanting a woman that has less than 3 kids. Not saying that a lot of women do. I'm just saying in general. Wanting a woman that has less than 3 kids, run the fuck away, because listen, that ain't the way. For me, that ain't. If that's for you, if you want to be stepdaddy of the year, be stepdaddy of the motherfucking year. Be Santa Claus out this bitch for all the kids, and you want to get the kids. But for me, if you got 2, that's fine. But if you got 3 and more, I must flee.
Dang, that's messed up. Because, like, what if she holding it down? Like,
hey, no. I'm not saying she can't get love from nobody. She just can't get it from me. That's see why I
used to think that. I couldn't date someone with any kids. I was like, like, I don't have any. And I'm very selfish when it comes to, like, wanting my person to be my person, and I think you have to split that time with children, and it's like, but as I got older, I'm like, I get it, but I do tend to date men without kids. I will say that.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I seen a clip on the internet where the lady was like, how men be wanting X, Y, and Z and blah, 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 and she was basically saying, I don't want no man that's old. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no man that's old. I want a man that's young. And the guy was saying, but I mean, you're gonna miss out on stuff. And he's like, she's like, a man want a woman that's youthful. He's like, yeah, I mean, you can bring life to him. She, I don't want to give the nigga life, like. And I'm saying, I commented, like, I'm not mad at it because you're allowed to have expectations. It gotta work both ways. You can't sit there and tell, oh, I want a woman that has less than 3 kids, but you know what I'm saying, she gotta accept me for my 4 kids. No, fuck no. Like, you're allowed to say no. You just gotta know what you want and what you're willing to negotiate with and what you're not willing to negotiate
that's
with.
selfish as hell. Like, you got buku kids, but you want a woman with no kids? Like,
Exactly.
what? That's crazy.
And you want her to breathe life into you. Nigga, breathe life into your own old tired ass.
Breathe
Get the
life
fuck
into
up.
them damn kids.
That's
nigga.
what I'm saying. Get your old tired ass up and take care of your motherfucking kids. Like, look, we not going, like, that's no. She's allowed to have expectations, and you allowed to have expectations and guidelines and boundaries. Just know you got to be realistic in your approach. That's the only thing I can say about it.
I don't know if people know how to be realistic in the approach because social media not real.
I agree with
So
you.
it's just like they just, I don't know. And I took anybody's credit that ever tried to hit me up or talk to me on social media. I don't know. I don't get the social cues like everybody else get. Like, I don't understand or know if somebody's like hitting on me. Like, if you trying to like talk to me about something, that's what it's gonna be about. Like, I don't be like, oh, like my sisters or something, like they be like, girl, did he in my DMs? If somebody in my DMs, I think it's exactly why they're in there for. Like, I don't be, the wool is over my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do not be thinking people like trying to talk to me like that.
She is a little slow, fellas. She is a little slow.
That's how I am.
But
When it comes to human interaction, yes, I am a little slow.
because you ain't slow in the gummy interaction. That's another subject for another day.
Yo.
That's another subject.
That's crazy
That's
word.
crazy. But no. And then people that probably hear that probably think I'm talking something else. 'cause
I
it's
know.
definitely not that. But no.
Or
So
is it?
I don't know what you doing, woman. But so do you have anything? So overall, you think that social media dating, online dating platforms is a no go?
It's a side go.
It's a side go,
Because
maybe.
I've seen people do great things with that. Like, have a great life and family off of like meeting someone on social media. So
Okay, so Instagram maybe, but not a dating app. Or are you talking about dating app specifically?
man, look, if you use Facebook dating correctly, you might get on. I just personally, it's just too much. I'm overstimulated. That's too many niggas. I would prefer. I can't
Too
just.
many niggas.
It's
Some-
too many niggas.
Some people like multiple.
Hey, and free. You could have my page if that's what you want, because it's a lot of them, and I think it's unfair to them to give these generic ass conversations. It's unfair because there's so many, like too many.
I agree. So, any last words for the social media dating?
I feel like get it in. If you going on there to fuck, say exactly what you going on there to do. If you really looking for love, do that shit. Move with intention, as you should already be doing in life, period. So why you online pump faking, nigga? Like, just move with intention. If you really want something, if you want to have sex, if you want to get into the fisticuffs, horizontal fisticuffs, say that. Just say it.
Hey, she said it best. If you looking for love, go search for love on the dating apps. But if you just looking for fucking, I'm sure they got something where you can just fuck. Just fuck.com. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't, maybe we'll just make a website. Just fuck.com. It'll be cheap. It'll be very affordable. Just proceed with caution.
What you trying to charge? Like $3.99 a month?
Yeah, we gotta make it affordable. We're not gonna make you have to pay for the extra swipes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We might get you discounts on hotel rooms. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna
I feel
figure
like
something
them
out.
paying for it though makes it a little better. Like, if you're paying to be in this space, then like it might you might be taking this shit a little serious.
It's a little bit more exclusive.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We gonna make people verify themselves. You gotta be 100% actual who you are. We don't want the catfish. That's way too high. And yeah. You might have to submit some STD tests on that bitch. So we ain't want you running around there dirtying the game up.
That'd be fire.
Like have a app where you can meet up and fuck people and they clean and that tape.
Not like that. Like that's crazy. But like
That's what we was talking about.
Oh yeah, it is justfuck.com. Damn.
Yeah, justfuck.com.
But yeah, if you know their test results and shit, and you already know, and then like if you got a premium package, like we provide rooms, like we got like a place where all the people who be fucking meet up.
Mm-hmm.
And, you could actually meet them in person and get, do the things.
Yeah. I mean, that's the plan.
I would not be participating in this app.
Oh, fuck.
I'm going to develop this motherfucker because people love to fuck.
Yeah. But that's a whole nother conversation. We're not even going to talk about that. But any last words?
My last words is Saranara, bitches.
And we out.
Yeah.
Oh,